So this still... Don't do that.
It won't do it.
Yo. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I am... I'm fine.
Oh, are you? Okay.
I'm fine. I'm the fine. That's the like, I'm fine.
This is
fine.
fine.
This is fine.
This is fine.
Yes. Since last we spoke, I got into a fight with some metal signage. Hence, there's a little scar on my forehead. That's all it is. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm fine. May have suffered a concussion, but I'm fine. I've had some eye issues, had some back issues. I got horribly depressed, severely burnt out, and I left a job that was kind of ruining my life.
Yes.
Just things were not working out well.
I selfishly adore it when you're unemployed because I get so much more of you.
It's bad news for my bank account, but it's good news for everything else. Everything else. For me, for my friends, for my hobbies, for you guys, for the show. It's just so much better this way.
It's true.
I'm figuring it out.
Yeah. Hey, we can buy us a coffee now, though. Did you know that? Yeah. We just set it up. We've also now been approved for the YouTube partner program, but then decide to also do something for our monetization off YouTube.
Yeah, but you know, different strokes for different folks. So if you would like to bring along a cup of coffee and
or tea,
fill our mugs,
or my
please.
great big water bottle.
Yeah, I mean that's probably like a $6 drink, but you know, definitely check out our coffee.
There's
page.
a link right down below. That would be really swell. This is so cool. Like we did this. The thought of maybe making money one day sounded like kind of fun, but I didn't actually expect to ever get enough followers to even get to the YouTube partner program.
No, definitely not.
I know the internet is like a vast place, but I was anticipating the like obligation friend and family follows.
Yes.
And then once we actually started getting like followers and people like commenting and strangers saying things, like one of our commenters recently said like, this is peak comedy. And I was like, I know. It's just so excited.
Us or the show. Us or the show.
The combo.
The combo.
The combo.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And everyone is so nice. Although some people are less nice these days. Some people are kind of getting after us for calling things racist that they don't think are racist. I thought were definitely a bit racist.
Just some different interpretations of the show, but that's what it's all about. And it's just great that we can maybe start earning a little bit back, because this does take a lot more effort and work and time than it seems to, but it's great. It's fun. We don't want to stop.
No,
and we're
definitely not.
So glad that you guys are here. So if you have the means, if you'd like to, then we'll have different kinds of ways of support. We'll have our memberships starting up soon. Yep. Sit tight for that. Hold on. Watch this space.
The coffee link, Ko-Fi coffee. I'm assuming it's coffee, but it's spelled like lo-fi.
Yes.
I don't know. It's not like a subscription, which is really nice. It doesn't feel as pressury as
it's not a commitment.
No, that's the word I was looking for. Anywho, if you like us and you want to support us a little bit, it sounds really great. She doesn't have a job.
That's right. Yeah. The reason why there has been such a long gap between this and the last one has basically been
twofold, though.
Oh yeah,
I was very sick.
Very sick. Very
employed.
Yeah. Speaking of sick, how are you now?
Me.
She's just coming off of something.
Medium.
Winding.
My daughter and I were both very sick at the same time, which was kind of good and kind of not good, because like on the one hand we both got to just like veg and we have a TV in our room, but we only use it when we're sick. Like it is never on unless we're sick. And then the girls get kind of excited when they're sick because they're like, can we watch TV in your room? And I'm like, yes, please. Like, definitely. And then we started to get better, and then it turned into just like this nasty sinus infection for me. And then the antibiotics turned into aggravating some of my other conditions that I have. So it's just been this like trade-off of things for like a good 2 weeks. I'm
sure a lot of you have been there.
Yeah.
Same sort of thing. And it just wipes you out.
It does. So, I'm fine. Here we are.
It's fine. Together. Yes, this is one of your, this is a rare treat Really? The two of us together.
Mhm.
What are we watching first?
We are watching Golden Girls. By the way, we are the Belladonna Watch Club.
Oh, yeah.
Come get cozy with us while we dig into iconic shows and movies that one of us has never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
I am pumped because we are watching Golden Girls, and I'm pumped because I have not seen it, and I'm loving it. It's so good.
I'm so glad. So I'm Jenny. I have been watching Golden Girls my whole life. It's my go-to for so many things. However I'm feeling, I can just flip on Golden Girls and I know I'm going to have a good time. We have known each other for more than 20 years.
That's crazy.
I know. We celebrated 20 years with starting the Belladonna Watch Club, actually. So
yeah, we did.
Pretty good.
It was really cute.
And I'm just so glad that you're enjoying it as much as you are.
I am.
And it's really fun as well getting your like fresh eyes viewpoints, especially watching it for the first time at this age and at this stage in life, rather than, I mean, I grew up watching it. Like there's tons of stuff I didn't understand and I'm understanding more and more, but yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah, I'm loving it. And now we're getting to the point where I'm integrating some like isms into my life. So the last episode we watched about the younger man, I will never forget this. This is like singed into my brain now. When she goes, I'll have the duck out of the ranch. Out of the ranch. I was drinking some sparkling water, and we're in Canada, so everything is bilingual, and it said orange cream on one side, on the other side it said creme out of the ranch. And my husband was like, why are you laughing? And I'm like, creme out of the ranch.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at. I love it. But because we're together, our audio situation is a bit different than usual. So we have to like hook up together to hear the show. If you want to buy us a coffee, so that we can.
This is what we're working with right now. How do I? Where do I?
There should be a little.
Oh yeah. Just don't want to pull them off your head. All right, headphone up. This episode is called.
Oh shit. This episode is called "The Heart Attack."
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Thank you for being a friend.
People have been commenting about like fanfic and like shipping Dorothy and Rose.
Dorothy and Blanche.
Dorothy and Rose and Dorothy and Blanche. Apparently Betty White was not impressed with that angle. Oh, it's windy.
Different.
I hate it.
Oh, Ma, I tell you, that meal was absolutely incredible.
It was fantastic, Sophia. Really fantastic. I know. Did you see that Emma Jane eat? I could not believe my eyes. That woman must weigh 275 pounds.
How dare you fat shame this woman? 275 pounds. I feel like that might be a stretch.
Oh, that's like a hockey player.
Bigger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bodybuilder.
That one.
Yeah, that one.
And then she had to talk the entire time. She just sprayed food all over the table.
Ooh.
Like a mist. I got it. My hair was hitting me like pellets. I never had food like that in my life. I spent a summer in Italy 4 years ago. I never ate this well. Of course, I never ate. Who had the time or the energy, if you get my drift? No. Oh, Rose. Italian men are just the sexiest, most romantic, most gorgeous men in the world.
With a side of rising fascism. Woo!
Of course, they just worship me because I'm blonde and feminine and young with a great body.
What mirror do you use?
I'm exhausted. I've been cooking for 2 days. I offered to help you, Sophia. I'm famous for my Lindstrom surprise. Herring pie. This surprise is when you bite into it, it's herring.
Oh,
What fun! My cat was named Lindstrom. I used to make it for him on his birthday. Wait a minute, your last name was Lindstrom. You named your cat Lindstrom? Yes, it was less confusing for me. She's something.
A real pistol.
Energy she has. She's in the other room starting to clear up. We can't let her do that. Oh, you're right.
Ma, now listen.
Oh, boy.
What's the matter?
I got a bubble.
Is it pain?
If it was pain, I'd call it pain. I have a bubble. I know what it is. I've had a bubble. A bubble is something that just sits there and presses until it's chased away by, you know what.
No, what, Rose? A highway patrolman?
Dorothy.
What?
A big belch.
Oh.
You couldn't say belch. What is it, a Viking curse? Ma, you know, you don't look good.
I'm short and I'm old. What did you expect? Princess Di?
Oh.
I think we should
Rest in
call the
peace.
doctor. Blanche, would you call, please? The number's by my bed. Dr. Harris.
I hate doctors.
Apparently, women die of heart attacks way more than men do because in women it does show up more as indigestion and it's not recognized as a heart attack because we're always like, oh, the shooting pain in the left arm and the thing, you know?
Yeah.
But for women, it's more like stomach, chest, like feeling unwell, but
Stuff that we put up with all the time.
yay.
No.
Only doctor I ever liked was Dr. Clyde, our vet. My mother wanted him to do her hysterectomy, but he wouldn't.
That's fair.
Do that.
But he was willing to do her lobotomy.
Oh,
What, Ma?
pain.
What kind of pain?
The kind that hurts.
Just lie down. Lie down.
Dorothy, what if I'm having a heart attack? I'm 80 years old. I got Pavarotti sitting on my chest. Odds are it's a heart attack. The doctor was out, but they're trying to locate him, so I called the paramedics. Do we have heart disease in our family?
No, Ma.
How did Uncle Mario die?
He was carrying out the garbage and dropped his gun, and it went off and shot him in the forehead.
Oh, yeah, right. What a klutz. My mother died of old age, and my father fell off a donkey. So we got healthy hearts in our family.
Very, very healthy.
There shouldn't be heart attacks or cancer or anything like that. There should just be a certain age where you have to turn your life in, like a library book. You pack a bag, you go, and that's that. I wouldn't know what to pack. Real question is, do they have dry cleaners there? Well, dry cleaners die. There's probably a slew of dry cleaners.
Please shut up.
I love this. This is demonstrating each of their like major characteristics, right? So Blanche is obviously concerned with like how she'll look and the men and the whatever, and the, you know, Dorothy is attending to what needs to get done and is taking it quite seriously, trying to ask all the right questions. And Rose's position, she's asking the questions that children ask.
Yep.
You know, and her response is the child inside of, you know, it shouldn't be this way. There shouldn't be heart attacks. There shouldn't be any bad things. And
Yeah, but like naive.
the naive, just very like simple world building, and she's trying to simplify. And I so appreciate that about this show, that like sometimes you need the characters to be stereotypes or extremes of these personality types, just so that you can present all these different of reactions, right?
All the different perspectives.
Yeah, it's such a real way of like balancing out the severity of what's happening, because we don't know what's happening with Sophia, right?
And they're talking about people dying in heart attacks, like in front of a person who is possibly
might
dying.
be dying.
Yeah, like a heart
Exactly.
attack.
Yeah. Something else that just came to mind. Do you remember the movie Wrist Cutters?
Yes.
Yeah.
A love story.
Yeah. Great movie. If you
Incredible
haven't seen it
movie.
already.
I watched it so many times that summer. My God.
It's
Tom
incredible.
Waits in it.
Definitely like an indie type film, but it's kind of the afterlife, but not the way you usually expect it, but just like sort of an interpretation of it. Look it up. It's fun. Anyway, okay, back to it. Sorry.
But what did that have to do with this?
Oh, I just wanted to mention that. Oh, right.
I was like, cool. Why are we talking about it?
Just because they were talking about dry cleaners. We're getting there. I wouldn't know what to pack and the things that have need dry cleaning. And she says, well, dry cleaners die. They must show up in the afterlife as well. And this is like a sort of a concept that they bring into Wrist Cutters, that like even in the afterlife, there's still jobs. You still have to,
It's like your vocation. In
yeah.
death.
Yeah. Which is just such a bizarre concept. We're not going to get philosophical here.
God, it would suck so bad. You die and be like, all right, what are you going to do for your afterlife job? And
Barista.
like, are you kidding me right now? Like,
We see you worked at Starbucks for a long time. Oh, retail. Great, Jenny. Here you go.
If I have to be an administrative assistant for another lifetime.
Rose. Oh, I'll come help. What if I died, Dorothy?
Ma, you're not going to die.
I got some things I have to tell you. The key to my safe deposit box, it's in my underwear
Oh,
drawer.
Ma,
Don't
please.
interrupt. Dorothy, you were always my favorite. I want you to know that. Maybe I didn't show it. I'm not an affectionate person. But you are. Don't tell your sister and keep the silver. You know, I'll probably see your father in heaven. I haven't seen him in 30 years.
30 years.
I wish there was time to get my hair done.
How cruel would it be to show up in the afterlife and like your current age and your partner is 30 years younger?
This is the honestly,
that
I
would
do
suck.
think about this from time to time.
Really? You get to look like that and I have to look like this?
Right?
That's not a fair trade.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And you get to look like that forever.
I hope that there's some kind of like an option of like, or it just sort of like defaults to your ideal
Your peak
age. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what that would be for me. Maybe I haven't reached it yet. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm
I'm not sure for myself either.
It might be now. No. Okay. Just getting really morbid all of a sudden.
My grandparents lived to their 90s. One was 102 in Minnesota. So, Rose, you know how they freeze dead people to preserve them and then bring them back? That's like living in Minnesota. The cold slows down the aging process.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I would move there in a shot if only they had men there. We have men in Minnesota. Farmers, Rose.
Yeah.
Farmers.
Farmers, the lumberjacks. I think that's it. But yeah. I mean, that's fine. Make me food and make me shelter. Sounds great.
I'm an idiot.
Why?
I didn't really think I'd die.
Hmm.
You know what? I'm not ready. 80 years old and it would come as a complete surprise. You know, I'd settle for even just one more day. God knows why. Tomorrow I'm cleaning the closets.
Ma, I love you.
You know what, Dorothy?
What?
Death sucks. You want to be buried or cremated? But do you want to be flushed down the toilet like a goldfish? I hate heat.
You live in Miami.
Ariel, I'm a little claustrophobic. Rose, you're not going to know anything. You're going to be dead. Will you promise to put a blanket in with me? I just feel more comfortable, cozier.
A blanket with like the decomp.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
And the candlesticks Mama gave me. Rose, and it's a coffin, not a condo.
One of those pods.
Yeah.
I want a fancy funeral. And then I want to lie in state and then be buried in Arlington Cemetery. Why Arlington Cemetery? Because it's full of men. Sophia, you feeling a little better?
Oh my God!
I'm not dead, I'm resting. Listen, before you know it, I could be gone. I love you, Dorothy. Just remember that. I love you very, very much.
I couldn't love you more.
And you too, Heckle and Jekyll.
Us? She means us.
Yes.
You made an old lady feel young again. You're okay. We love you, Sophia. She'll be fine. I'm sure it isn't a heart attack. A heart attack's bigger. Charlie had a heart attack.
I think the paramedics would get here.
Yeah, this is not a good response
Charlie
time.
made me dress him when he had his heart attack.
But he wasn't dressed?
We were making love.
I knew that
Well,
already.
he didn't die then. He had his heart attack then, and I dressed him. And then we had a fight. And Charlie said it was after Labor Day and he couldn't wear one. Oh, Charlie was very stubborn and very dapper. And he told me he loved me, and then it was over. And he was all dressed when the paramedics got there. Girls, there's lots
Out
of
the
trees
wind.
down and accidents because of the storm, so the paramedics can't get through right away. We can drive her to the hospital.
That's
No,
right.
but wait.
But the trees.
She could be dying.
But what can we do? Pray. Wait and pray.
That would be so nerve-wracking. God, Jesus Christ. What?
Ma, what?
You're sitting on top of me. I open my eyes. I see paws like that. I think I'm on the moon. Did you have a nice nap, Sophia? I died a little. I went to heaven.
Oh, Ma, you just slept is all.
You were there? Don't tell me where I went. I went to heaven. I saw the golden light, angels in white robes. I thought I was at Saks at Christmas. Then I saw your father, surrounded by women. He's in heaven.
30 years younger.
I think I'll go back. It's a wonderful place. I'm very excited about it.
Ma, I want you here.
Dorothy, get me my rosary.
I'll be right back.
Always take people seriously at this point.
Yeah.
What about men? Are there lots of men in heaven? Oh, Blanche, come on. You asked her about God and Jesus.
At least just one.
A
Two.
little tea, perhaps? I'm not in England. I'm having a heart attack.
Keep her company. I'm going to help Dorothy.
She's like, oh, what do I do?
This is always, it's just such a weird.
I always thought there'd be a Catholic heaven with nuns and priests and churches. Protestant heaven with people and cows and horses. And then a Jewish heaven with libraries and furriers.
You want to help? Be quiet.
I'll be quiet.
Oh, Blanche, what if she dies?
Why are there so many empty tins?
If she dies, I'll be an orphan. I'm over 50 years old and I'll still feel like an orphan. Doesn't matter. You lose a parent, you might as well be 6. Oh, God, I don't know what I'll do. I love that lady so much. She's my family.
We're your family too, Dorothy. We might not be blood, but we're here.
So there I was with no vet, and Petunia was about to give birth to her piglets. I mean, I had helped deliver Bessie the cow, but Petunia was so much more difficult.
I have a cow named Bessie in the Stardew Valley right now. And now I have to get a pig and name it Petunia. I have to. My cows are Bessie, Nessie, Messy, and I forgot to rename the other one, and it defaulted to Pallers.
Okay.
Oh,
Vivian.
Right. It's like...
I died. Would you stop telling the story? I want my mind on things. I've got to make my peace, and I need some peace to do it.
The paramedics. Dr. Harris, thank God you're here.
So what's this, Sophia? I hear we're not feeling well.
You hungry? You want some food? Dorothy, fix him a plate.
Sophia, please. And I ate at my mother's. Kreplach.
You're Jewish? How come so many doctors are Jewish?
Because their mothers are. That hurt?
No, I'm singing rock and roll. Of course it hurts.
Tell me everything you ate today.
She had the scongili.
And I saw her eat some sausages and peppers.
I saw her eat some fettuccine alfredo and fried mozzarella.
And she had the cannelloni and mushrooms with gorgonzola.
That sounds amazing.
You had those 2 boxes of milk.
I don't think you're having a heart attack. Most likely a gallbladder attack brought on by overeating. Got a portable EKG machine in the car. I'll double check, of course, but it doesn't seem like a heart attack.
Try this and tell me you're not in heaven.
Sophia, I can't really. That's good.
Give me one of those.
Hide this stuff.
Where shall I hide it?
In your brassiere, Rose. Just throw them away.
It's incredible. You think you're dying. You feel death enter your body. A doctor comes, he says you're fine. You're ready to swim the English Channel. Though I must admit, I was a little excited about seeing your father again. I'm sorry if I scared you.
Oh, honey, don't worry about it. I'm just thrilled that you're okay and happy that, I'm your favorite.
Please, favorite.
Gets up, walks away.
Yeah.
Boy, what a night.
Sure makes you think.
About what?
I knew it. I knew it.
About our policy in Guatemala. About death.
Oh, death.
Oh, yeah.
Are you really prepared for death?
For somebody else's death, I have a stunning black dress.
How can I take seriously most of the things I take seriously? I mean, why starve myself to the point of thinness if I know that I could die tomorrow? Why not eat the chocolate cake?
What chocolate cake?
The chocolate cake in the refrigerator.
You have a point. Here we are not eating chocolate cake, which we obviously adore, because we want to stay very thin and then drop dead. That's nuts.
Yes.
Of course, it'll be just my luck. I'll eat, I'll gain 40 pounds and live to be 90.
Me too. I'm healthy as a horse. Unfortunately, I'll wind up looking like one.
All it takes is one little dessert, and my panties cut off my circulation. Let's go for a walk.
Right, burn it off.
In the storm?
After what we ate, we'd have to walk to Canada.
Maldives. I love Canadian men.
The ice cream is just on the table.
It's just gonna melt.
I'm so upset.
How much you want to bet? Second they stepped out that door, they went, "Oh yeah, the storm. All right, cake time."
Eat cake. That was cute and sad. Like, obviously I knew that she wasn't going to die because that would be extremely morbid for a sitcom.
Yes.
But now I want cake so badly. Like, that's so rude.
Yeah. Have we had cheesecake yet in the
No.
show? Oh, we're not even at cheesecake yet. Okay.
No.
This might have been the introduction to cake
Okay.
in the kitchen. Yeah. I think I really like the tone that this episode took. Some of the episodes, if they deal with a really heavy duty topic, then they'll try to balance it out by like going a little bit silly, like a bit too silly and light on the opposite side. But I feel like this one is very nicely balanced, that the lighter moments and the comedic moments didn't feel like goofy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just, it felt a little bit lighter, and it was just like a little bit more of a sort of a chuckle. But I don't know of any other shows that have handled the idea and the possibility of death and like impending death with such maturity and positivity.
There was like a wistfulness about it, like
Yes.
it, like looking forward to seeing the people that you haven't seen, and I really
it could have been a doom and gloom episode. Absolutely could have been just like panic, terror, but it was Sophia's calmness. She's the one who maintained the sort of the thought process. There was the panic, and then there was what exactly is hurting? It's hurting here. They were listening to her. They were asking the questions. They're trying to figure out what happened, and she had her evolution of how she was approaching possibly death. And I love that we have that scene right at the end where the girls are talking amongst themselves about, are you really ready? I mean, it's not really something that you think about in your 20s or in your 30s, but maybe sometimes something comes up and you sort of do. You think about your mortality, and
like
that
you have kids and suddenly you're like, oh my God. So it does come up probably depending when you have kids. But for us, it definitely came up like we have kids and then we're like, oh, holy shit. Like, okay, like that could be a thing. Like,
it's there's so much is involved in thinking about your attitude toward death, of like, who do you leave behind? Like the absence of you, how does that, what leaves that behind? And sometimes in my life, I have very much welcomed this idea. The very low points of my life, I've been very excited for something like that to happen, and actively wanting that to happen. But now I'm a much healthier person, much healthier mind, mentally. But having been there and thought about that, it's just witnessing attitudes around your final days, and talking about it with your friends, I think is so important. Are you afraid of it? It's totally normal to be afraid. I don't know. I'm not like preaching or trying to teach lessons or anything, but it is something that I find really, really fascinating. And I am not a religious person, but I think I'm very much a spiritual person. And I think something that fascinates me a lot with different faiths and different religions is, how do they approach death? And how do they approach, is there a concept of the afterlife, or is there reincarnation and that kind of thing? And hearing from people who are faithful, or if religion is a big part of their life, how much that can help them in their approach to dying. And
because it removes the finality,
I think
from the whole situation, because there's something else beyond the physical body. I
think it's a really interesting topic. I think it's so important to talk about it with people who you love and care about, and I think it's not something to be afraid of to talk about, But and I just love that they cover it in a show like that.
It was a nice, balanced episode. There was humor, and there was addressing, the facts of life.
Yeah, I really, really love this episode. It feels like a really valuable episode. I'm glad we have it. Well, as always, thanks so much for joining us. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Give us a like if you like. Leave us a comment. We love hearing from you, what you think about the show, what your favorite episodes are. Let us hear it. Do subscribe if you
Please.
haven't already. Subscribe so you don't miss out on an episode. We are also watching Schitt's Creek, so stay tuned for that as well. Ring the bell so that you are notified for when we put out our episodes. We're trying to get a schedule back, but it's slow going. So just ring the bell so you're notified and you don't miss the next episode.
And buy us a coffee.
Yeah.
There's a link.
Yeah. Follow the coffee link down there. Until next time, she's been Lisa. I've been Jenny. And we have been the Belladonna Watch Club. And we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I feel like this is a good opportunity. This is the right moment to bring up a YouTube channel that I've been watching for years. Just this whole episode feels appropriate for this. Called Ask a Mortician. I
Ooh.
don't think it's called Ask a Mortician anymore.
She was on Ologies.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good.
it was amazing.
She's incredible. Her name is Caitlyn Doughty.
Love her.
I'm going to link her down there. Her entire channel is just magnificent when it comes to death positivity and just like asking the weird, difficult, uncomfortable questions around death and dying, as well as like decomposition and like all kinds of things surrounding real human questions and curiosity and discomfort about death and dying. Big fan. If you haven't checked her out, do. Fantastic.
Should I turn these on or is that going to be too much? I'm keeping it. I don't even care.
You look like Gabby.
Oh my god. Hey, Gabby. I'm trying to remember if it was just thanatology or if it was Corvid thanatology.
Oh, maybe.
Crow funerals.
Yes.
I think it might have been Corvid thanatology. I think they did that one first.
It's very her style.
Yeah. Yeah. Death rites of crows. I know.
Mm-hmm.
We are such worldly ladies.
I know. We've covered philosophy. We've covered thanatology.
Decomp, I think.
Yes. The afterlife.
Cushions.
Cushions. Yes. Consider you're talking about Hindu traditions and no, we're not going to.
No.
But we could.
Yeah, plug for Ologies podcast if you haven't listened to Ologies. Oh my god, Ali Ward is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
What a rock star. She has the perfect sense of humor and makes somewhat complicated subjects seem so approachable because she's asking the questions that are like right on the tip of your tongue, but you haven't even fully formulated yet. And you're like, I did want to know about that, but I couldn't even like wrap my head around it quite enough yet. She's so funny. I love her. I love Ali Ward.
What's that rumble?
That's my furnace.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Shall we talk about HVAC?
Let's. Oh my god.
Yeah, my list of conversation topics for HVAC is quite short, so let's.
Okay.